Alright, let's see. So, there are a lot of plans for today's travels. I think the first thing I'm going to do is go collect a bunch of fish. Well, that's not what I intended to do. That's how many I wanted on me. Alright, I want to go collect a bunch of fish first, because that's going to be the one that requires the most traveling. So, first things first today is going to go get some tropical fish. Which means we have to come over here for our extra shulkers and our extra buckets. I'm going to transfer everything that isn't fish related. No, I'm just going to leave those here. I'm going to make some more shulkers at home first. So, whoa, why is my playback on my stream blank? What the heck? I'm going to restart my Twitch app and see if that's blank on your guys' end too, or if it's just on my end. Okay, it was just on my end. My bad. Hey, that's cool. Glad your notifications are working. Welcome. I'm gonna try to do some quick trades with a villager to get this stuff all repaired some. And then I'm gonna run to the mangrove swamp to get some tropical fish for breeding axolotls, to try to get the blue axolotl, and for using in our aquarium eventually. Thank you. I have to do another tour. I can do kind of a brief tour while I'm still home. I think for trading, to trade for XP, I'm just gonna do straight emerald trades because we have plenty of emeralds. So this is my house, my main house. It is the main place that we have all of our storage. We have a bunch of extra rooms in here with a bunch of cool stuff. I can't wait to do another world tour so that I can actually show all the rooms I built in this house that I never use. This is the bedroom and my bed. This is another little deck. And then down here, oh, that's my enchantment area. And then down here is like a living room and a dining room and a kitchen over there and the laundry area / back room. And then we have like all the little garden areas, and there's a very big garden. There's my brewing station and witch's tower. There's a whole blacksmith type build here. There's a lot of stuff. There's the food truck that I made. Thank you. This is all fully vanilla survival. It's taken me many days, as you can see, because I have my days played on. This world is a 1743 day in Minecraft expedition, which is hours on hours on hours and 100+ episodes of streaming. Most of the streams are more than an hour long at that too, so it's been a long time. It's just kind of something that keeps accumulating more and more time and effort the longer that I've been in Minecraft and the longer that I've been streaming. I just want to heal up my armor and everything by trading real quick. It's kind of a practice thing more than a knowing how to build. I know that's kind of cliche because everyone that's good at something will be like, you just need to practice and you'll be good. But for me, truly, it is a practice thing, because before I started this world, I hadn't even ever built anything that intricate or close to this intricate. And it took a lot of time and effort to kind of figure out how to build and how to adjust my builds and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that's more of like, I actually did this because of practice and because of just being on this world for countless and countless hours. Did we fix some of our armor some? We did, okay. I think I'll go home and grab some wood and trade with the Fletchers, and then we'll be done. Yeah, this world has definitely been more, like, time than anything else. That's a lot of hours in GTA. I've played it a little bit, but I'm not very good at it. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, that's how most of my builds were before this, because I honestly had the first, like, 10 to 12 episodes at least where I just, my home was just a spot on this area with, like, a bed and some double chests and some torches so that nothing spawned near it. Like, I get it. It's definitely something that I'm used to. This build right here was my first build that I did, and it honestly was like super difficult for me because I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. I was trying to challenge myself to do more than just the plain old little huts that I do. I set out like a whole, I watched some of the whole like how to build better, so I realized that you kind of have to go big or go home with a lot of builds to figure out where you're going with them. So I just set out a frame that I made kind of like offshoots of and like less than the normal little square build. Basically I made sure it had all of the little offshoots and stuff, and then I just went from there. Like, some of them are only 1 story high, some of them are 2 stories high, the whole house has 2.5 stories. Like, the biggest build that was a challenge was probably the library, because the library was another big build where I had to figure out what I was doing. And then my biggest challenge of this entire world is this big build here, which is that aquarium over there that we're working on, because that's going to be a full-on in Minecraft aquarium, like all of the different mobs and everything that you could have in the water. That's why I'm trying to breed axolotls because I want to have a bunch of axolotl exhibits, I want to have a bunch of fish exhibits, like all kinds of crazy stuff in it. There's going to be some big builds up on the hill over here for the temples, and then we have the big builds up there that we were working on. What I'm trying to do first is to get more fish for the, I think that's enough, more fish for the aquarium and the breeding, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to use up some of that quartz that I got yesterday when I was muted to do some more of the temple builds, and then from there, I don't know what else. I'm gonna fly over because I really don't feel like walking over. I mean, even this, for example, this is like a big build theoretically, but this is all just hand-built village. Like, I just built the already existing village structures in the game into one area and then transported villagers here and then bred them like crazy and then put a big wall around it. Like, this seems so big and intricate, but all it really is just simple stuff multiplied over and over again. Yeah, I definitely am envious of the people that are like, I can build absolutely anything in Minecraft, or like you can just tell them something of a concept and they can do it, because that's definitely not me. I can do it if I put my mind to it for long enough, but I definitely can't do like just anything that you give me to do. This is just kind of what I've specialized in because I've been... Of course I made 64 crafting tables instead of the sticks I wanted to make. Why wouldn't I? Sometimes I don't like this crafting menu. That's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff people can build in here that I've seen. Like, I've seen a lot of really good builds and really crazy builds. I like watching a lot of the, like, 100-day games and stuff, so, like, the hardcore worlds and the different, like, one block and raft and abandoned island and all those sort of concepts for builds and for survival games, too. Yeah, I get that. That's how I feel with a lot of the stuff that I watch, too. It's like, I don't even know how people think of some of the ideas. Yeah, that's like my littlest brother. My littlest brother loves doing stuff that's like mostly modded or going to blow up in your face on purpose just for the sake of blowing up in your face. I don't really care that some of these are kind of expensive. I just want to be able to fix everything. I just want all of our tools to be fixed. But I think that's all that's gonna get fixed for today. Yes, it did. I was making sure the elytra got fixed because 3,000 blocks of travel is gonna make this elytra pretty angry. Because I think we have to travel at least 3,000 blocks to get to that mangrove swamp. Put away the extra dark oak. Put away the 64 crafting tables. They'll get use eventually. Put away the extras of that. We need some shulker boxes. Do we still have enough shulker shells to make more shulker boxes? There they are. Yes, we do. Okay. I think I'm gonna make 4 just to be safe. Oh yeah, we have to make them in this. There we go. We've got 4 extras. We've got a bunch of buckets, which we'll have to fill all of with water beforehand so that we can make sure that we can fill them all with fish. But we need some extra food. I'll just take 21 steak. Actually, I'll take 64 cooked pork chops. Why not? Okay, so where do we need to go to get to the mangrove swamp? Negative 3,000, positive 4,000, so... that way, I think. Yes, this way. I'm going to take this a little bit slower so that we're not running into so many chunks that are still loading as much as we were last time. Especially because we have a limited number of rockets. Negative 3,000, negative 4,000. Yeah, I definitely was one of the users that just never used elytra because honestly, when they first were around, I was notorious for killing myself with them because I didn't understand how to use them. Now I just kind of use them for super far distances, but other than that, I kind of just Or if I'm doing a build and I want to get back and forth to the house really fast without having to, like, walk the same path over and over again. But as far as, like, close by stuff and just normal everyday getting around to my different builds, I agree. I don't really like using them that much. And even just, like, getting over here and stuff for the stronghold, I don't really like doing that much with Elytra. I like to just travel to it because I already have the chords written down, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's probably a lot smarter because I really should do that for stuff like this that I'm gonna have to come back to very often, but I haven't. I don't understand nether travel very much. I'm still kind of a like old school player in that I don't tend to understand a lot of small details that people do understand about Minecraft nowadays, and I get really confused. I'm hoping this is enough firework rockets to make it where I need to go. We're just about halfway there. Tropical fish are a constant need because I need them to breed the axolotls since I'm trying to get blue axolotls, and then I need them to be part of the aquarium as well since I want a whole aquarium exhibit with different tropical fish in it. So this is where we travel to get them because this is the closest way to get to it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I really should do something like that for this because this is like thousands on thousands of blocks away and it'd be only a couple thousand if that in the nether, but I never get to it. We're almost there. We're only like 2,000 blocks away now. What I really wanted was to find a warm ocean with a coral reef, but I never had any luck trying to find it. Chunk loading. There we go. That's alright. We're right here anyways, I think. I think it's right over here. I'm gonna start filling some of these buckets up. Salmon and such I definitely want to have, but I don't need them just because salmon and cod already spawn pretty close to home anyways. We should be pretty close to it. Did I write the chords down wrong? Question mark? Ah, no, I'm just like a little bit off on the X still. 46. So I gotta go this way still. That's alright, that's not too bad. We also gotta figure out how to get the llamas home. More llamas. Whoa. Hello. Interesting. Fell into the little 2x2 hole that exists. I might use one rocket to get over here. Yep, right over here. This is what we needed. So this area should be spawning tropical fish. There they are. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. And leave my shulker here. And then we're gonna do 3 at a time. Doesn't matter what kind, because I can decide what kinds to keep. I just need a lot of tropical fish. I'm hoping to fill all 4 shulkers worth, but I don't know if we'll have enough iron on us to do all 4 shulkers worth of buckets. Now everything's starting to spawn. That's what I'm talking about. I don't tend to care what I grab as long as I'm grabbing fish, because like I said, we can decide which ones are for the aquarium and stuff after the fact. The main thing is just getting them in the first place. No! I wanted this fish, dang it. Why? Okay. Give me this fish. Goodness. Okay. Open this. Put away all of these. There we go. I love that they just get confused and dance in circles. Not what I meant to do. Because I know we're gonna need a lot of fish to get the axolotls bred enough to get blue axolotls, because they're incredibly rare. And the last time I saw someone get them was a long time ago, and they had to do like at least 100 different times of breeding them to even get one single blue one. And they didn't try for 2 blue ones, they only got 1, and I'm trying for 2 blue ones, which means I get to do it twice as much. So I'm not looking forward to it. I need a crafting table. And I need a lot of buckets. It's a Nemo. There we go, 1 choker full. My arm position keeps making my hand fall asleep, and it's not friendly. Let's see what else we can find in the ocean. Another Nemo. No, I didn't want to place him back down. I wonder why it's spawning so many of the little tropical fish and not the, like, big fat ones. Probably just random spawning. Because it is pretty randomized in the thousands that can spawn. Give me this fishy. Yeah, it's just randomized spawning. Because there's some more bigger ones spawning now. I only have 3 buckets left. Let's make it count. I could try and see if any of the little caves nearby have some iron, maybe. I don't know. Because I feel like 1.5 shulkers worth isn't worth the trip, but I didn't bring extra iron. I guess we'll run and see if any of the caves back this way had some iron. And I'll actually grab my crafting table too. Just for the sake of having it. Because I know I saw a couple caves back this way. Like this one. Nope, this one's not going to be useful. Except for coal, which we have plenty of. More coal, which we have plenty of. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be out of luck. I'm not sure what to do. I don't really want to head all the way home, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. Oh well, we got at least 1.5 shulker more. We'll have to remember to bring better supplies next time. At least we got 1.5 shulkers worth. That's still quite a decent amount. So now it's time to fly home, which is this way. That means when we get home, we'll probably breed some of the axolotls. Hopefully we can get home pretty soon, and then we can work on some other builds. We're starting to run low on fireworks, but I should still have enough because I didn't even use half of them to get there. Chunk loading. I don't know why it's loading so many chunks if we're almost home. Yep, there we are. There we are. Alright. Now we have these 4 fish. Trying to keep track of everything. Okay. So we've got all of these guys, which are all duplicates of what we already have. Alright, now we have a bunch of these to be able to go breed the axolotls. Excuse me. Let's hope for good luck on these. So far, none. No, no, no. Every time. There's always at least one instance of that. Every time. Good thing I caught that before they killed it fully. Because we almost just had it happen again. These guys are taking extra long to breed. Okay. Just decided to be extra slow at breeding, I guess, for no particular reason. These aren't blue, right? Yeah, just cyan. That one's a yellow one. Come on. Can't have them escaping. We'll leave 4 in that pen so that there's 4 to breed in there. I need to make this more cubes. Let's hope we still have some dirt in here. $30 more dirt in here. Oh, nope, there's the other stacks that I needed. Alright, let's make a bunch more bins so that we can hopefully keep breeding a bunch more axolotls. because the more that we have open for breeding, the more that we have chances for blue ones. I know we could do just one big large pool, but it's way easier when it's just 2x2 with 2 of them in it, because it's way easier to track. Alright. So, we have a lot more, which means we can start dropping them. Just random, whether it's matching colored or not. No, get in there. Okay. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We need 2 more. So we need 2 buckets of water at the ready. And then we need to take 2 out of here, which works out pretty perfect, I think. As long as we can keep them in their spots. There we go. Ah, I have to answer snap. Okay. There we go. Let's reopen this. Alright, so now we have everything into its own spots. We're probably going to leave them all alone for a bit to make sure that they all are ready to breed again when we come back. And we'll keep sorting so that we know which fish are available to breed them. So I'm going to take all of these. Okay. Now we have them all. Red lip blenny, cotton candy, threadfin. Do we have a threadfin? We do. Okay. Threadfin we already did. Ornate butterfly, ornate butterfly. Ornate butterfly we do not have. Cotton candy beta we do have. Ornate butterfly we just put away. Clownfish we have. Yellow tang, yes we have. Threadfin we have. Butterfly fish we have. Red lip bunny we have. Ornate butterfly we have. Clownfish we have. Dotty back we have. Tomato clown we have. Moorish idol we have. Red chicklid we have. Chicklid we have. Parrotfish I think we have, yep. Ornate butterfly we have. Tomato clown. Black tang, and I think tomato clown we don't have. We do have tomato clown, so just black tang. Okay, so that leaves all of these as possible breeding for the axolotls. And we'll just come back here when we're ready to do that. So now, on to the next task, which is going to be getting the quartz put together so that we have quartz for building. I think the biggest reason that I actually get builds accomplished is because I'm in survival, because honestly if I was in creative I wouldn't get anything done. Creative is like really boring to me really fast because you just run out of things to do, even if you're, you know, really good at building or whatever. Like I used to spend hours as a kid on creative mode building really intricate pixel arts all the time because I loved pixel arts, and I would sit there with a pixel art grid on my phone and translate it into pixel art for hours. Like, I used to have entire worlds that were just dozens on dozens on dozens of pixel arts, but now it just seems like it's so boring to sit there and just focus on one specific thing to do, which is why these streams are always so scattered, because I always have to kind of refocus fairly often to actually be doing anything and making progress, or else I'm going to be kind of stagnant and just getting bored of it and getting off repeatedly. I think when I get PlayStation Plus back, I'll do a multiplayer creative world probably, where people can just, you know, contribute builds and whatever they want to do. We could build a city, or we could build different structures and stuff, like however it wants to be, just like how I want to, when I have PS Plus back, do a multiplayer survival world as well, because I had already started a multiplayer survival world and had started collecting stuff for people so that people would have supplies when they first joined. But I hadn't ever gotten around to having anyone able to get into it before I ran out of PS Plus, so that's a future project, because when I get PS Plus again will be when I can afford a year at once, and that's not sometime anytime soon. I do have enough that if I scrounged together I could probably get a year of PS Plus, but I'd rather spend that money on something else right now, or save it, than get another year of PS Plus at the moment, because it's kind of low on the priority board of my brain, since I can still enjoy streaming and playing without PS Plus. I did figure out what game I have on disc that I'm going to play on stream soon. It's called Potion Permit, and it's actually like a Legend of Zelda vibe, or like Zelda vibe game setup. Like the pixelated characters and everything heavily remind me of Zelda, but there's like fully customized characters that you can build, and then you're kind of on this mission to basically just like collect stuff and romance the characters and help the other characters and all kinds of really cool stuff. So I'm actually really excited for it. I think it'll be interesting to play on stream and figure out together, and figure out the workings of it. I think it'll be really fun. I'm really excited for it. It's definitely something that I'm going to be playing on stream very soon, because I have it in the other room and I just have to plug it, or put it into my PlayStation. Yesterday I was actually just gonna play and not stream, but I figured because I was doing prep for builds, I may as well stream, even if it's just a short little muted stream. So that's why it was just kind of a really short muted stream yesterday. I didn't end up having the normal time like today to do streaming because I had ended up sleeping through both my early morning time for streaming and my later time that I do streaming. So I was like, okay, I don't have any time to stream, but then I ended up having a little time to game, and every time I game pretty much I try to throw a stream up, even if I'm just muted during it because I don't feel like talking. So that's what yesterday was. I just had a little short time, so I didn't really feel like talking, especially because it was just going to be hyper-focused on trying to get quartz, because we needed quartz really badly for finishing off all of our temples, so it ended up being a nice little productivity stream where I just kind of got some stuff done and didn't have to talk about it or talk about a bunch of stuff at once. I forgot again that today is Monday. I should have been writing Mondays are for mental health on this one, and I totally forgot. I need to remember when it's Monday so I can actually title my streams correctly. But that's okay. It happens. And to me, it happens constantly. Memory is not one of my strong suits. I'm being upped on my meds too, so that I don't think that's helping that much with like my sleepiness and everything lately, because I was super exhausted yesterday and I had slept like 4 extra hours worth of sleep in nap time alone, and then I was pretty tired today still, even after caffeine, but I'm managing to keep myself functioning today with caffeine, so that's at least a plus. I love Terraria. Terraria I used to play on the PlayStation, not PlayStation, on the PC on Steam, through Steam. And I definitely love it a lot. I had it as one of my PS Plus games on here, and I was playing it. It'll definitely, when I get access to it again, it'll definitely be a game I play on stream, because I really, really, really love Terraria. It's a really nostalgic game for me because it was a game me and my brothers played. I actually really, really, really want to get another nostalgic game from that era. In that era of time when I was playing Terraria, I was also playing a game called Spore all the time, and that game is like my favorite game on the planet. It's so fun. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it, because it's not really like that great quality or anything like crazy like that. It's just honestly something I'm personally obsessed with, and I cannot wait to get access to it again and be able to stream it, because I 100% will. It's so fun. I don't know, it's nothing to do with like anything specific about it, because it's not the greatest graphics. It's super laggy. It has plenty of bugs that you have to deal with, but like it's fun. it's literally, there's no reasoning, there's no anything that makes sense. It's just a game that I really love for no reason at all. Honestly, Spore ranks higher than Minecraft on my ratings because I love it and I miss it so much. I haven't been able to play it since probably 2013 or so, I want to say. I don't remember when it was released. I haven't been able to play it in so many years. I was playing it back early days when it was first releasing on Steam, and then I lost access to that Steam account because it was like my mom's email and a weird password, because it was what we used on our family PC for me and the boys to play, both of my little brothers to play. So we didn't really ever use it besides on that PC, and then my mom never wanted us to have like direct access to it because it had her credit card and stuff, so we had Terraria and we had Spore, and that was our main games that we played on that PC all the time. And it was so fun, even though my brothers would always like use my world save instead of theirs, and then my world would get all sorts of messed up and like further advanced, and we were the classic like little kids trying to make the Spore characters look as stupid and ridiculous as possible while still being functional. But I love that game way too much. I have an obsession with it. I've been trying to figure out how to get it on my PlayStation, and I haven't figured it out yet. Because when I get that on PlayStation, or have the ability to stream from my PC and get it on PC, I will be unstoppable. I will literally play that game for hours on end. I do not care. People will get tired of it. Yeah, that's probably not the best idea. I don't keep my, okay, so I was raised in the kind of technology sketched era where, like, my mom knew technology but also was super wary of it, so my mom was always like, hey, you need to cover your webcam on your laptop at all times because, like, it could be hacked into and I don't want it to be hacked into. Or like, hey, don't click on any of these things on an ad or anything because you're gonna get viruses, or don't ever save your credit card information and payment information in a device because people can then access it, or you guys can use it when I don't want you to, and all that. So, like, I don't have any of my account saved. I don't have any of, like, my payment information saved to my account and all that. Yeah, the webcam thing was a huge issue, so my mom was, like, super paranoid about it all the time. She would have, like, a sticky note folded over her webcam on her laptop all the time. But my mom was kind of the, like, early era of website and bloggers, so she was, you know, making a website and blogging and everything back when a lot of those bugs and glitches and hacking was happening all the time, so she was just super wary of it when it came to us because she wanted us to be safe. And then being that she knew that people could, like, have webcam issues and have people hack into their webcam, she's like, there's no way that people can't hack into my payment information, so I'm just gonna not save it anywhere ever. So she would, like, buy us stuff once in a while on the PlayStation, but she'd always have to go back in afterwards and delete her payments, so it just became an ingrained habit in me when it comes to any of my stuff, even nowadays, even with more secure, because honestly, even with more secure checkouts and stuff, things still happen. People still break into the most secure things ever, so I'm not going to, like, risk that, even if it's my own personal use PlayStation. Yeah, there was, like, it became such a huge thing that the companies were trying to, like, backtrack and cover it up and be like, hey, you need to be safe, do this, and stuff like that. It was a whole mess. I still, to this day, will usually cover my webcam when I'm not using it. And my PC, I don't have a webcam hooked up at all. I just have but to be fair, my PC, I have instead of a traditional monitor, I have a TV that I use as a monitor, so my PC's kind of janky. It's just whatever setup I could throw together, which includes using a TV instead of a monitor for my visuals. But that's okay. I have one of the, like, heavy-duty camera holder things where you, like, clip it onto your desk and it's got heavy-duty, like, metal structure to be able to hold a camera on it so that you can have, like, a webcam or whatever you want. So I'm going to use that whenever I get to streaming on my PC, but my PC is still pretty slow, so I don't know when I'll actually end up streaming with it, if ever. Let's put more of this away. PS4 has face recognition in settings. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I imagine, like, with the they have, like, the PS cameras and stuff for certain games, just like they had the camera for Xbox where like if you were playing, like, Just Dance and stuff like that, it could use the camera for recognition instead of using the remote movement for recognition. I remember that was a thing back in the day. I don't know how the face recognition would work on stuff like this. I imagine people can hook up, like, cameras and stuff, because I'm sure people have done it for, like, VR or for recording, like, while they're playing and stuff. But I don't know, I've never done it and I've never really seen anything about it. I'm not the most tech savvy. I know, right? That's why I like streaming through here, because I don't put my face, even, like, my voice associated with stuff is kind of weird, but, like, no thanks on putting my face associated with my stream and most of my stuff. I mean, if you go to my VOD channel, I do have my face on some of my stuff because I was kind of making videos about, like, this is what I do to get set up for streaming, or this is what I do in a normal day, or, like, this is how my first few months of streaming went and stuff like that. And that has my face attached to it because I was, like, recording myself as part of the little short that I made, but I don't really tend to, like, publicly or very widely show my face on things. It's not really something I'm into. That's why actually my author name and my pen name for writing is completely separate from my actual name. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of a connection, but for the most part it's a completely separate entity because I prefer to keep, like, that entire side of my existence separate from my regular existence in a way. And that's what happens. Yeah, people can do some pretty crazy stuff. I mean, even my little brother, my littlest brother, knows how to do some pretty crazy stuff. He's really into internet trolling and jailbreaking stuff and all that. So he's been able to do a lot of crazy stuff over the years. Like I said, this PlayStation used to be jailbroke, and it was rough to have to try to play it while it was jailbroken and had all of the different mods and stuff that he had done to it and everything else. I think that's why this PlayStation is so, like, not this PlayStation, sorry, my PS3. I think that's why my PS3 is so, like, exhausted and laggy all the time, because it literally has been jailbroken and then put back to normal so many times over now that I think it's tired. It's very done with everything. Hi! Welcome. Welcome back. Yeah, people get super ragey with games too, where they're like, this one thing happens, so I'm gonna rage for however long, and I don't get it at all. I'm like, I understand getting a little ragey at games, because even this sometimes I get kind of upset and angry at, but I'm not gonna, like, destroy someone else's life or their gameplay just because they made me a little upset in a game. Like, it's a game, guys, come on. I don't understand. I understand getting upset, I just don't understand the aspect people take the upset to the next level. I'm alright, how are you? I don't know what I'm gonna do next for builds. I don't know if I want to work on the temples. I suppose we could work on the temples. We could bring a stonecutter with us and see. Yeah, okay, there's no, like, typing too fast, honestly. Yeah, I guess we can work on some of the temples. Let's see. Let's take all of this with us and go see if we can work on some of the temple builds. Where is our deep slate? Do we have enough deep slate? We do. I'm glad you're doing awesome. That's good. I think we're gonna do deep slate for the instead of the stone on some of these. But I think I'm mainly gonna work on the quartz part. Regular block of quartz, and then pillared quartz. I'm gonna build all these up ones so I know where they are, and then I'm gonna block in the regular block of quartz stuff. And there we go. And then we'll do 2 in. And then 1 in, okay. I definitely think these structures are going to be very slow going as far as how many I get done, because it's just so many quartz blocks for every single one that I run out of quartz really fast. Whoa. It just becomes really hard to keep up with it. How high did we go? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 5th being the stairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. In case you ever wonder why I don't talk much while I'm building, that's because that's literally what's going on in my head, is just endless counting out of what I'm doing. I do it a lot when I'm building, so when I'm building I get super hyper focused on like trying to keep track of the numbers in my head, and I don't tend to talk as much for stream. I like that horse that spawned. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's actually the type of horse that my partner was looking for on... No, that's the type of horse that I got on our world, and then he was trying to find one with the same, like, bedrocky pattern, but brown. And he wasn't having any luck. I call them bedrocky because that design on their back looks like the bedrock block does. Oh, that's wrong. Wonder how many times I've done that on this build. Doesn't look like any. something like this. I haven't really looked at many temple builds to see whether mine's actually kind of looking good compared to temples, or whether it's kind of just meh. Normally I kind of do a reference glance at different temple builds before I start doing them. Alright, so let's start connecting this. What Y level did I change to slabs at? 84. And then it's slabs, and then stairs. Slab, stair. Okay, so I go up one. And then I do over one, and then stairs here, and then that's the center. Why is it not working? This is not working. So I guess we'll just wait to do the peak part for now, because we can just carry it over from the other side and figure it out from that way. Alright, I'm out of stairs. use this as a spawning platform to hunt mobs because holy moly, they are constantly everywhere. I don't know how I haven't slept in long enough for those guys to be after me, but you know. Let's go inside. How long have we been streaming? An hour and 20 minutes, so I might get off soon since I was only going to stream for about an hour today. I still wanted some time to be able to do some writing and computer stuff, PC stuff, before I have to pause for my partner's break, which is at 6 o'clock. So, yeah, I know, time flies. I'm like, I don't know how I streamed for an hour and 20 minutes without even really feeling like I streamed that long. Because I was going to stream for about an hour today, and then it's an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think that structure looks a little better than that one, because I think the more, like, trapezoid shape to it, rather than a full peak, looks a little better when it comes to the temple concept. I might do a little bit more with that before we get off, just to get it done more. I don't know. I think I'll actually go check on the axolotls before we get off. I need to figure out ways to, like, use my builds more often, too. Like that pool build I never visit, and the library that I don't visit very often. I'll have to figure out ways to make it more usable. Alright, these are all of our breeding fish. And we have some more dirt in here, so we can make some more spots to put axolotls. So yeah, that's gonna be the aquarium. Right now the only finished exhibit it has is the turtles exhibit and the dolphin exhibit, though. We'll start on those. Alright, let's go all the way back to the beginning. Just a cyan one. I'm probably actually going to keep an extra dirt on me so that when I do that breaking, I'm not having to scramble. Someday we're gonna get a blue one. Everybody pray for a blue one. Not really pray. Everybody hope for a blue one. I don't like using prayer as a statement. That's weird. Especially because I'm not particularly religious. In that aspect, at least. So everybody hope for a blue one. Because maybe if we have all of us hoping, it'll actually happen. Since it doesn't want to give me it yet, and we've bred them quite a few times. But isn't it a super, super small chance? Yeah, it's just kind of the automatic thing that people say, so it's kind of like a natural thing. But I just feel uncomfortable being on stream being like, pray for this, because it's not really my thing. I'm religious in a way that does not at all apply to that, so not the best thing for me. Excuse me. Okay, we just bred those ones. It's funny, actually, speaking of like religious thoughts, because my apartment is plagued by the like missionaries that'll come to your door and tell you about God and Jesus and all this, and I have told them I'm pagan like 6 times now because they keep knocking on my door and setting my dog off. And I mean, honestly, to each their own. People can have their own religion. I don't care. But when you're coming to my house and you're ringing my doorbell like 20 times, and even when you're clearly being ignored, still standing there and ringing my doorbell until I answer it, like, go away. I don't like you. It's not, at that point, it's not even religious, it's just straight, like, respect of other people and their space. Because I don't believe in the whole, here, let's invade people's privacy and space endlessly because we want to tell them about God. If someone doesn't answer the door, just walk away. I don't get it. That's something that doesn't quite compute with me. Yeah, I have a lot of experiences with religious people, because for whatever reason, a lot of the religious, like, crusaders that are around will try to, talk to me and, like, sell me their religion and everything. Like, I've been in a Walmart parking lot and been stopped by some random person that wasn't stopping anyone else to tell me about how, like, they were called to speak to me because God's calling out to me and all this, and it's like, I understand, but at the same time, please go away. I am trying to do my normal, like, getting shopping done. I don't need to talk about God right now, thank you. I'm ridiculously polite to most of the people that do it, but sometimes I'm just exhausted and I don't want to deal with it. I'm like, I'm pagan. Thanks, bye. Or I'm a witch. Thanks, bye. I don't know. It's something that's kind of difficult to deal with when you're already at an overstimulated amount of peopling and you don't want to deal with any more people in the day. And then they're like, oh my god, how dare you tell me that you're a witch? And I'm like, oh my god, how dare you interrupt my day, my regular day, where I'm just trying to exist by telling me that Jesus is here. Okay, so here's the thing. People get disgusted if you are, like, pushing paganism on people or talking about witchy stuff in any sort of online forum or, like, online form at all. Like, if you're talking about it on social media and stuff, people are disgusted. They're like, how dare you push your religion on people? But they come to my door. They accost me in parking lots. Like, how is that not pushing your religion on other people? That's just the autistic speaking of, like, noticing the very big hypocrisy in it, where it's like, you're saying this, but you're doing something completely opposite, and I'm sorry to get on that, like, tangent, but it's just something that is very clearly bothersome to me at times, because it's so obvious that it's completely being hypocritical. And it's like, okay. Whatever you say, buddy. We did a little bit more of this. Let's see if it'll show up. Yep. Yes, that is also what I was gonna get on of that topic. Like, they act like everyone's pushing their agenda, but then those people aren't pushing their agenda at all. I'm queer, and I'm not sitting here like, everyone on this stream needs to be queer. But if you get on a stream that's like a Christian or someone that's super Catholic or super Christian, they're like, you need to praise God for this. And I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. It's just too much. It's too much of a topic. It gets heated very fast. Okay, well, we're at level 105. We did some quartz collecting. We did some quartz converting. We did some of the structure for the next temple. We did a bunch of axolotl breeding and made the axolotl breeding area even bigger. I'm probably actually going to go expand that a tiny bit more before we get off so that we can get all those axolotls into place. So that we have even more to breed when we come back. We'll have to, I think the next stream what I'm going to do is get even more iron blocks to bring with me, and then do even more fish collecting, like do 3 or 4 whole shulker boxes like we were initially planning to do. We need 6 more spots for them, because then we'll be able to actually breed these guys a lot more in one go, rather than just the amount that we've only been able to do so far. I wish they were easier and you could feed them any fish instead of specifically tropical fish. I really wish I could just feed them salmon and cod, because there's so much salmon and cod right here. But nope, they won't eat salmon or cod, because why would they? That would be too easy. At least we'll have plenty of the regular colored ones for the aquarium exhibits. The plan is to have one with a bunch of the regular colored ones, and then have one for each of the type of colors, including one for the blues, so that there's like a lot of exhibits for axolotls, since they're kind of the main cool underwater creature. So there's going to be one area like over here, I think it's that box, that's going to have all of the main types of axolotl, the cyan, leucistic, yellow or gold, and brown are all going to be in that, and then there's going to be at least 1 or 2 of each of them, and then they and then I'm going to have like an orange one or a gold area specifically, and a brown area specifically, and a leucistic area specifically, and a cyan area specifically, and a blue one specifically, because then we'll have way more exhibits to fill in this aquarium, because this aquarium is big. I think actually when we're on next time, we're also going to work on filling in the decor, like making that be up there as well for the outside of the aquarium, because that'll help give us time to be close to these while they're growing up, give them the correct time to grow up type of thing. And it'll also get some more progress on that build. So I think it'd be a good choice. Light it up good. Yeah, I think it'll be good to do a little bit more with this setup nearby, so that we can keep getting them to grow up and to age. And then, like I said, we'll have to bring extra iron and extra rockets and head over to that tropical area again, that mangrove swamp again, and just go crazy trying to get a bunch of tropical fish, because we have stacks on stacks on stacks of buckets to use up. But, oh, I gotta sneeze, 1 second. Goodness, big ol' sneeze. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. I guess I'll do the outro in the front of the aquarium to give it a good little variety. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Be sure to take your meds, drink some water, eat some food, get some sleep, and take care of yourselves. I will see you guys next time. Bye!